Hello and welcome to the devotional for this morning, still in Philippians, still in chapter 1, now at verse 11. We're carrying on the prayer that Paul is praying, kind of finishing it off, praying for the Philippians. Interestingly, he includes it in his letter. Paul could have just prayed it beforehand and then started the letter straight into content. But he wants them to know, firstly, that he's praying for them, that he cares about them. And that's something we've talked about a lot already. But he also wants them to have an example of what to pray for. He wants them to know what it is they should be aiming at in their Christian life and what they should be seeking God for. Well, now we've had this amazing experience and now we've had this salvation. What is it that we want our lives to look like? And partly he's outlining that in these few sentences. And as we get to verse 11, he's praying for them that they might be filled with the fruit of righteousness that comes through Jesus Christ to the glory and the praise of God. Filled with the fruit of righteousness that comes through Jesus Christ to the glory and praise of God. He wants these Philippians that he cares about so deeply to live righteously, to live right before God, to do what's honourable, to love one another and to approve what's excellent so that they might be pure and blameless for the day of Christ. And he wants these things for them. He wants them to fight for what's good and against what's evil. He wants that to be their lives, to be adhering to the law of Christ, the law of God. And what's can be heavy when we read verses like this is that if this is the first thing we read in the morning, first video we watch in the morning, what we hear is just another list of things to do. Another list of things we probably haven't done that well at the day before, and we're not that encouraged about our opportunities and the kind of expectations that we're going to do it this day as well. It might just feel heavy. It's like, okay, George, great. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, that I should be better today, that I should live rightly. Great. I didn't know that, and now I'm going to do that. It's going to be so much easier now that you've told me. But what's beautiful about this verse and in all of Paul's teaching is that the source of this fruit, of this good work, is this righteousness that comes through Jesus Christ. So before we get to tick box exercises of trying to be better and do good things, all these things that we'd love to, we start with what's the source of all this? What's our hope in all of this, rather than just trying harder? And Paul says this fruit of righteousness is that the righteousness that comes through Jesus Christ. It says in Romans 4:17 that this righteousness is a free gift that we are given. That means we might reign in life. It's a gift. This purity before God, this ability to access him, stand confident as if everything we've done in our lives is perfect. This is a gift of God, and it comes through Jesus. We know that he lived this perfect life, that he didn't sin at all in anything that he did. And in and through the cross, we know that our imperfect record is swapped for his. And so we stand now, or sit or lie or whatever you're doing, in the presence of God, righteous in Jesus Christ. And in Romans, Paul is saying, and that means you can reign in life. And here he's saying that means you can do good things. That means you have good works to do and you can show the fruit of righteousness. Why? Because you're going to try harder? Because you're going to get up a bit earlier and drink more water and have a workout? And no, it's not about that. It's about finding it in Jesus, finding him as your source of righteousness. Even as Jesus said, if you abide in me, if you remain in me, if you spend time with me, if you look at me, if you read my words, you will bear much fruit. So that's the encouragement from Paul and from me, I guess, this morning, is to just come back to Jesus, come back to the one who is righteous in and of himself, and through the cross has taken on our unrighteousness, our dirt, our mess ups, so that we might live righteous before God and have hope and have a source of strength for the fruit of good things and to work well and to be kind and be loving and everything else today. But it starts with him. It starts from Jesus Christ, through whom all these things come from, to the glory and praise of God, that our lives might be worship to him. All starts with abiding in him this morning. So take a moment to do that as you shut this video off and before you go about your day. God bless.